It's your boy Jay here. Who do I have here with me?
Yo, alright. It's me, Melly J.
Melly J.
Mm-hmm.
We don't play. Um, so we gonna do a little show.
Maybe
Um,
we're explaining what it is.
I
I feel
don't.
like it's a dog.
Nah, this is the
Nah,
first.
we don't need to explain it. People are gonna know what we're talking about when we get on it. No one needs to be like, oh, we're about to start a show to do this. No,
It's the
that's not how.
intro. It's the first episode.
No, there's no intro. Like, what show have you watched that had an intro?
Is that even a question?
They have a pilot, but it's not an intro.
Pilot, intro, same thing.
But they don't explain what they're about to do in the pilot.
Um, so I can't do it different. Nevertheless,
I'm dead.
we don't even got a name for the show. But I do want to lay down some ground rules. A, we doing it live. B, we we leaving it open. We not really being specific to anything. So every week or however consistent we do the show, we're gonna leave it free form, leave it open. We freestyling, we spitballing. Nothing is rehearsed. Nothing is cut out. Nothing is edited. If you say it, you stand on it.
I feel like there needs to be editing, like some type of
Nah.
editing.
Why? Why you feel like there
No,
needs
it
to
needs
be
to be some type
editing?
of editing because like raw uncut material is not always the best. Like things that are like I'm not saying you gotta cut out like the important facts, like the conversations and that's rolling off, but if like something is not said correctly and you need to do another take, then I feel like that's necessary.
What you mean by something is not said correctly?
Like if we're talking and like we were talking about like I don't know blowfish and like I say like octopus by mistake. I'm like I don't know like it's just like I feel like things just need to be edited. Like all this part right here. Like I don't think all of this needs to be in here because there's just like mom like it's not entertaining. Like no one wants to listen to this.
Hey man.
Nobody want to hear like get right to it.
Okay, so let's get right to it. Tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, just nah. I mean, so like everybody know like so as you know like I'm Melly J and I'm from Guyana originally, but I live in New York. I'm a teacher by trade, an entrepreneur in the future, entrepreneur by vision.
I like that. um, as far as me, I'm from Big Jamaica. Big up yourself.
I need sound
From
effects.
Wombo clap. Um, yeah, I'm Jamaican. Big Jamaican in the crib. Um, New Yorker. Been down south a little bit.
Been down south where to Atlanta when I took you.
No.
Oh.
Been to South Carolina, North Carolina,
Wow,
Florida.
that's south. Okay,
Like,
cool. You went to
relax.
Florida?
Yeah.
Where in Florida?
Relax yourself.
Where have you been in Florida?
Um. Damn, son. Orlando.
You have not been.
No, it's two places. It's two places. It's Orlando, and I keep forgetting the other place. Um.
I'm sure as the viewers will say, like, if it's not Miami, you have not been to Florida.
I've never been to Miami. I can say that.
So
I've never
you
been
haven't
to
been
the
to Florida.
That's not true. Florida got other.
You ever been to Fort Lauderdale?
Fort Lauderdale is the place I'm thinking of.
Oh. Okay.
Orlando and Fort Lauderdale.
There's a lot of Jamaicans in Fort Lauderdale.
How you know?
I've been to Fort
So what would you want the goal or some of the goals or a goal of the show to be?
I want it to be something that's like educational, but then like funny, and then like really something that like people can just get on and listen to and just be like, oh yeah, I could relate. Like I really understand where she's coming from. I really understand where he's coming from, and like really like live their truth in like the story and things like that. Like I really get like a better understanding because I feel like a lot of people like do shows and they have this like high clout, but like I don't really ever see like regular people like getting on and doing a show and really talking about regular stuff that actually really happens. Like, yeah.
Um, I think that's a misconception. I think regular people start shows and then they become irregular due to popularity.
Yeah, but then like you can't forget about like where you came from. You gotta just kind of like push, like kind of still like, all right, like if I become famous, like I'm still gonna talk about my struggles and I'm still gonna talk about like how I got here. I feel like people when they get to like a certain point, they're like, oh well, I'm here now. I can afford this expensive stuff, but like a month ago, a year ago, you was going walking in freaking Rainbow and fucking H&M and American Eagle buying the basic ass shit, but because now you got a little money, you're not really able to relate to your to the people that you're talking to, and I don't think that's cool.
Mm.
Or like they do these like promotions and giveaways that they get like. I'm not really about that because like you're promoting a product to me that you're getting paid for. Like that's not you being a good like.
That's not necessarily true. Some people did like they reject sponsorships and they only.
Some people, but like how many people really reject sponsorship?
I mean,
Most YouTubers all get some type of promotion from some company. They're like, oh, use this hair cream. Yeah, I'm letting you know that I'm being promoted. This is a promotion.
Yeah, because by law
But
you gotta let people know.
yeah, but look, it's so good. Like like I put it on my hair. Then you like, oh, let me be this like person to go follow this person that I've been following, for so long that knows all this stuff, and then they're like, oh, well, now I'm buying a hair cream and it doesn't work. Like my hair fall out. Like it doesn't give me the right slick back. Like
I get what you're saying. A tad bit extreme, but I get what you're saying.
nah, I'm talking about from personal experience.
God damn.
Yo, I'm talking about person.
You pour cream in your hair fell out?
Nah, I ain't about to cream. It wasn't like I was just an example, but like I've watched different companies, like different YouTubers, like for makeup and like hair products, and I go buying it, and it wasn't it. Like flat irons, curling irons, like even like to book trips. Like oh, you watch YouTubers and say, oh my god, look, they're having such a great time. They booked here, and then when you go, you're like, what the fuck? Like, oh, my favorite one. When they're like, oh, you could go to Jamaica for $500, and you like, all right, I'm gonna book my ticket, flight $600, ticket, hotel. The hotel might be like 5 something, 1,000 if you want to all inclusive. Mm. And then like when you get there, you have to do excursions. Like nobody don't talk about, oh, they pay. No, how you got specific things because either you booked like big packages with a lot of you guys that went, and then like they'll give you like a discount. Or, like, you have some Groupon. Like, nothing is never, like, that cheap. Unless you're going to Thailand. Thailand is pretty cheap. Like, you know. But, like, all these big exclusive things that people be posting up, like, that stuff is, like, regular girls can't do that. Like, girls that that work, like, an 8 to 7 job. 8 to 7. 9 to 5. 7:20, 7:30 to 4:30 job. We can't do those trips, like, but that's what they promote, and then like that's the culture that they want you to live in.
I mean, the people who I watch and listen to, they tend to be more so on the authentic side. More obviously, no one is perfect or infallible, but I could always tell when a content creator is kind of shady or they're genuine. And the ones I watch, they don't promote things that they don't use themselves and verify that like, yo, it's a good practical product that'll add some sort of value.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they're not using it, but then like black girls know, like especially black girls that have like certain hair types, they're buying these gels and they're putting like other things on their hair to like help it slick, and then like putting on like regular like stuff, like even like the creams and stuff that they talk like I remember I don't remember this YouTuber's name, but like I was watching her because I was really trying to learn how to do brows, and like she was like, oh, go to Sephora, buy this. I paid my $150. I got all my products. I came home, I sat down, take my time, I watched her do it, right? And yes, I mean, I have the technique, I don't have the skill set, but like the stuff that I bought that I'm thinking like, yo, we had the same complexion, like it's gonna work. It didn't work for me, and that doesn't mean that she was bad either. I'm just saying like most of the times they promote things that if you have this skin, you look like me, you could use this, but that's not the case.
Okay, I get you. So you saying if we get a sponsor, we can't take it?
Unless like Dove that I bathe with every morning from since before the time come and say, oh, yo, sponsor me. I'm like, yes, I'll sponsor Dove because guess what? I've been using Dove since day one, so I could always speak on something that I know about. But if you're bringing me something today, my point is, if you're bringing me something today that I didn't use 4 years ago, I don't have that much experience with, but I'm like, oh, I used it one time and it worked, and I'm about to tell other people to buy it, or okay, so I'm about to now use this, and then after a while, like, it's not, you realize the quality is not great. No, I'm not. So, I'm not, like, if I don't know, I'm trying to think of a product that I don't wear.
Product that you don't use?
Yeah, like if
like let's say a clothing brand that you don't wear try to sponsor you.
Alright, if Rockwear or Baby Fat say come wear we ting, I'm gonna be like, I don't wear Baby Fat. I haven't worn Baby Fat since I was in freaking elementary school. So I'm not about to wear it because I'm gonna be a hypocrite. Like, I'm wearing something that's not, like, I don't wear.
That you don't find drippy or...
Right. And then, like, people go, oh, yeah, buy this thing. It looks nice. Look at me. It look good.
and you personally don't find it too fashionable.
And I'm promoting it. Like, people don't understand. Like, I learned this in college. Like, we're walking billboards. Everything you wear... Everything
nowadays is advertising.
Like, so, like, I'm not about to make you wear this, especially if I'm not gonna wear it, because like how I would look at it is like, if you're listening to me or watching to me, you're family, and I'm not gonna hurt my family like that.
True, I feel the same way. Eventually, I'm gonna start making my own clothes, but that's another story. But so nice and succinctly, what is a goal or some goals for the show?
Just to be unique, helpful, and realistic, and not the bullshit.
Down to earth. What's the mood looking like for 2023?
Save. Don't buy. Save.
Save and don't buy. That's the move for 2023.
Save and don't buy. Yeah. Save and don't buy. Oh, and pay bills. Pay off debt.
Anything else?
Save. Don't buy. And pay off debt.
That's your move for 2023?
I'm also trying to get pregnant, but you know.
Huh?
I'm trying to have a baby.
Me and Melly J is in a relationship, by the way. Strong relationship.
Strong, I mean, strong. It's a strong like that.
Strong relationship. We not in a, so what? We in a weak relationship?
No, it's a strong. Obviously, they know it's strong. Like, what do you mean by strong?
So why you asking?
I'm curious. Curiosity kill the cat. What do you mean by strong?
It's curiosity kill the cat. No, I'm dead. Any health or fitness goals for 2023?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to eat better. You know. Oh, Uncle Don. Let's say we're not gonna eat meat after. Well, when I come back. When I come back from my trip, we're not eating meat no more. January is the last one. We're gonna eat all the meat in the fridge, and then that's it. How that sound?
Okay. That sound good.
No more meat. I like your bedroom slipper.
Yeah, so my the mood for 2023 is, you know, to grind up, not only save but make more. Um, I'm still working on my abs. I'm trying to have them done. I'm trying to have my abs by the end of 2023, if not before. Because I feel like it it doesn't make sense to have a goal if you don't put a time limit on
Then
it.
yeah, you're right. It's a smart goal. It needs to be short. What's it? M stand for again? Smart, measurable,
Manageable.
manageable, accurate. That's what it takes. Accurate.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Smart goals. I'm about to Google it. Hold on.
Another thing that we should try to be on this show is factual. So if we're unsure about something, we definitely should be trying to Google it and trying to get down to the bottom of it.
Smart goals, specific, measurable. So I was right. Attainable and relevant. And what's the T stands for? I think T is time and time bound.
Time bound. You got to set a limit on it. Because if I say I want abs and I don't give myself a time limit to get it, if I'm freaking 100 years old and I'm about to, y'all put me in the grave and I just achieved the goal, like, did I really do anything?
You did. It doesn't matter. My mother always said it doesn't matter how long it takes you to achieve something as long as you do it. It can take you 10 years to save money for buying houses, but at the end of that 10 years, you have your house. It don't matter. That's also realistic. But you know what? I think I want to change the conversation a little bit because you've been asking all the questions, and I feel like I want to ask something. Is that cool?
Yeah, it's our show. Go ahead.
Anyways. So, you... Listen, nobody want to hear about your measuring and thing. It was a boring conversation. Who wants spicy thing for listen to like while they driving in their car? Yo, like remember how you used to listen to Sex and the Gritty? They want to hear stuff like that. Anyways, but it's not gonna be too greedy.
I'm crying.
I do have a question now. So like, what is your stance on marriage?
The first episode. The pilot? We getting into this?
Yeah.
Yo, you're about to mash up the whole show before it even starts. Alright, the show done. Show canceled. We ain't even make it to air yet.
I'm dead.
God damn.
Weak. Did I answer the question?
My stance on marriage is marriage is a very spiritual thing. It's a very traditional thing. It unites two families.
And two people.
And it's a covenant, a contract, a vow, an oath that should not be broken. That is my stance on marriage.
So would you ever get married?
Would I ever get married? Yes. Yes, I would.
How soon?
That depends on the person that I'm with. If they make me feel comfortable enough.
Do I make you feel comfortable for you to be marrying me within a year?
Within a year?
Yeah, like by the end of 2023 year. Like 2023 you propose and then like at the end of like 2024 we plan the wedding.
Nah.
So I don't make you feel that comfortable.
Not for marriage.
How come?
Well,
guys, I finally get to ask these questions and get a truthful answer. Let it feel nice. Continue on to the question.
The truth could be hurtful. The truth could be rough, raw, and rugged.
I'm listening. We all listening.
We all listening. Like I said, marriage is a traditional thing. It's very hard for me to want to get married because I wouldn't be marrying a traditional woman or a spiritual woman.
What?
Do you consider yourself traditional or spiritual?
Yes.
And that's the problem. Just because
How?
you consider yourself that way,
I am traditional
does not mean
and
you're actually
spiritual. What action?
When's the last time you've been to church?
So, you know how much people go to church and then that's spiritual?
That's
do you know how many people
problem.
go to church? But I am spiritual. I don't have to be in a church house to pray to God
right, cool.
and show him how much I love him. And I am spiritual because I pray every morning for you and your safety and myself and my family. And I pray every night before I go to bed. And I read my Bible on my phone on the jw.org app. If you're a Jehovah's Witness, there's a free Bible there. So, come again. I actually listen to it sometimes when I'm driving. So what are you talking about? Because we don't sit on a plot of Bible in front of you don't mean I don't do it.
I'll give you that. I don't see it.
See what?
I don't see the traditional. I don't see
what's traditional. What's traditional? Define traditional.
Traditional is modesty. Traditional is...
That's not what traditional means.
Alright, look up the definition. Tell me the definition.
Traditional. Traditional. Hold on. Traditional. Hold on. What does it mean to be traditional? Traditional person. There we go. Following or belonging to a custom of or way of behaving that have continued in a group of people or society for a long time without changing. That is me, and that's what I do because I carry on my tradition from my mother that my mother taught me and my family as being Guyanese.
Yeah, that's a cultural tradition. But let me ask you this.
But that's you didn't define which one.
We're talking about wives.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. What would you consider a traditional wife?
There's no such thing as a traditional wife is just a wife that takes care of her family, cooks, cleans, do things like that, like takes care of the house, has a family, have kids, supports her husband, make sure the kids are supported and taken care of.
And that's you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it not?
So, like I said, I don't feel it in the regard. I don't feel the spirituality. I don't feel the traditional.
But because you have a narrow-minded idea of what spirituality and what traditional wives look like. And I thought that since you are a young person, you wouldn't just see things black and white. Spirituality doesn't mean sit on in a churchyard every Sunday and pray to God with the church members. That's not being spiritual. Having a strong connection to God is being spiritual. And that's what I have. Now, you don't need to see, you can't see my relationship with God. Only I know my relationship with God. Just like how I can't know your relationship with God. So for you to say that I'm not spiritual is actually being like, you're actually...
No.
But by saying that though, you're actually like disenfranchising my relationship with God. And you don't know. And that's not right.
Like I said, I didn't see it.
But you don't need to see it.
No, that's just what I'm saying. This is news to me. Apparently you do all of these things from a spiritual basis, but a part of the Bible is supposed to show us how to live, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I mean when I say I don't see it. Certain things that's promoted in the Bible, I don't see it from you.
Such as?
Modesty.
Mm-hmm. What is modesty?
Modesty.
Because modesty in the 1970s and modesty in 2022 is very different.
And that's a problem. That's where it doesn't become traditional anymore. If you want to change the movement of things, you have too much fluidity in how you can move. You could do things at your own time, at your own pace, when you want to, when you feel like it, whatever, whatever. But I understand that the stuff that I'm supposed to be doing, I gotta take care of them. I gotta take care of them in a timely manner, and I have to move a certain way. But on your side, it's like you have a lot more flexibility and fluidity, and but that unevenness is what makes me hesitant about marriage.
Your things have to be done in a timely manner because they impact us in very big ways. The things I have to do don't require that time. Like, naturally it doesn't. Like, if I don't, like, saying my job is to clean up the house and cook, right? If I don't clean up the house right away, that doesn't affect us. But if you don't take out the trash right away, that actually brings down our home ecosystem. Because, like, then the things in the house pile up, we have trash all over the house, right? But if I don't put this away today, that does not affect, like, bring critters and bugs and things in the house. But you not taking out the garbage does, right? Me, if there's food for us to eat in the house, right? And if I don't go grocery shopping, yes, that affects us. But if I had this food sitting in the house, right? If I did that part, even if I don't decide to cook today, right? And there's still a meal in the fridge to eat, I still did my part, right? And if you don't do, it's your responsibility as a man are much more like harder. One, two, they're more like they have a timestamp on them, and three, they have to be done a special type of way because it needs a masculine energy to do it, right? Women don't have timestamp. The only thing we have, if I had a kid and we have to like pick the kid up at a certain time and make sure they're eating and stuff like that, yes. But because we don't have those responsibilities, you can't see those things. So it's like, what you're asking me for, you're not gonna get because my responsibility doesn't have a timestamp. Unless we now make a timestamp together for when things need to get done.
And therein lies one of the issues. You shouldn't want the place to be unkept until you get around to doing it.
But it's not until I get around to doing it. Like, if I'm busy throughout the day and I'm coming home tired, it is really hard for me to do stuff. But when I'm home the whole day and I have nothing to do, as you can see, I get things done.
Okay.
I think you underestimate our strengths too. You as a man have more strength, like not physical like strength, but like you have more stamina and like energy to do like a day's work and do more. When I'm done working, or like even today driving around and doing all that stuff today, like I did with my friends, like that takes a lot out of me. So when I come home, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. And then like, so then I'll come home and do this. It is hard for me. It's emotionally draining hard to do.
But that's a conflict because
then you can say it's a conflict and then we can work to address it. But then to say that this is an area that like you are not like you feel like this is hindering you against marriage, I feel like that's a poor and lame excuse.
Nah, I mean there's other things that go into it as well. I wouldn't want to get into like the details because this is like a multi-layered conversation that's gonna take a while to unpack, so I wouldn't want to get into it here.
No, I understand. But have you told me these layers? I just want to make sure.
Yeah,
you told me all these layers and broke it down to me that way.
Over time, yes. So it's like
you haven't yet.
Yes, I have. I have told you But the only thing is, I've told you things in pieces. So I'm not expecting you to kind of put everything together, especially so early on. Maybe in the future you'll start to put two and two together of like bits and pieces of things that I've said. And certain things, it's a difference in the way that we think about certain things, and we value certain things in different ways. So you might put a value or emphasis on one thing, but I might not see that as so much so important, but I value another thing that you might see as minute, but I think that it's important. So the moral of the story is, this is a topic that needs to be revisited at a different time. And I do want us to wrap up. I want us to keep the show relatively short, about a half an hour or so. So the last thing that I want us to talk about is, what do you think the purpose of social media is?
The purpose of social media? Well, the first purpose of social media was just to communicate with friends, like long lost relatives that live all the way in Alaska and Canada and wherever. Like, that was the whole purpose. Like, you know, way to communicate with family and friends that was quick and efficient. And you got something like really, you know, you got like, you can message your relatives really like right now and they'll look at it and reply to you. But right now, that whole idea has shifted, and now social media is being used for everything. Like, you can shop, sell, create, buy, like, you can do so much. You can teach, educate, learn, build, share pictures, talk celebrity gossip. Like, you can do everything on social media now.
You know what made me think of this?
What?
Yo, you on TikTok all the time. All the time. So I'm like, yo, what is the purpose of social media?
To entertain. To entertain me.
Okay. Alright, fair enough. As far as I see it, yes, you are correct. Social media is multifaceted. You could do many things on there. People have started businesses. People have become multimillionaires off of social media. People have connected with long lost relatives. Relationships have been destroyed over social media. A whole plethora of things has happened due to social media. Both, some good, some bad.
I'm about to
So
post a picture of us on my social media so your ex-girlfriend can see. You think she's gonna feel some type of way?
I'm crying. Who knows? Nevertheless, I have been your host, Jay.
This is Melly J.
Hope you have a good night or a good day. Adios.
La 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 la.